Greetings and salutations, universe. This is Krita, and this is Feed the Beast Interactions. Woohoo! In the last episode, we set up a whole bunch of fun automation. Ooh, hello, green light. Hee and we also figured out how to get platinum. Fantastic. However, we really need to get better forms of circuitry. Specifically, we need to make epoxy. Yeah. This is complicated, so I'm going to put up a flowchart. In the flowchart, you'll see that we need charcoal byproducts, we need hydrochloric acid, and we need glycerol, along with a few other things, specifically coming from said charcoal byproducts. The nice thing is that, well, charcoal byproducts can be made by this here smog chicken, right? However, to get a smog chicken, we first have to make epoxy resin. Therefore, we have to make charcoal byproducts on our own. There's a few other ways. This is the way I'm going to do it. And this is a pyrolyse oven. I'm probably mispronouncing that. No big deal. Pyrolyse. Anywho, I want to call it a pyrolytic, but that's definitely not it. This guy, with wood and nitrogen, it is making all the charcoal byproducts we could ask for, along with some nice little bits of charcoal. The charcoal byproducts is going to get us to our first bit of epoxy. Fantastic. Going back to the flow chart, we're going to see that we need hydrochloric acid. The attentive of you might have noticed that we might have already made it in the pink room where I am now. It's right here, right? It's getting produced whenever we make the fantastic and amazing thing that I can't remember the name of right now. Whenever we produce polydimethylsiloxane, we get hydrochloric acid. So that's one less thing we need. Awesome! Along with the whole tree of it. Looking at our recipes here, there are plenty of ways to get the things we want. But now, we have the things we want, so we don't need to think about those ways. Yeah, this whole big temporary machine is going to get replaced by a chicken. Do not worry. We're probably going to make a room dedicated to epoxy. Maybe it'll be like an orange room, right? This is getting provided tons of logs. I couldn't keep up by running it. And then at the moment, I need to set up a trash can, but we don't need charcoal. Well, we might later, but you know, this is so fast, it's insane. In any case, this little guy is making phenol, and this one is making acetone. And there is our hydrochloric acid being turned into bisphenol. That's halfway there. You may notice that's 2/3 of the way. Woohoo! Yeah! Woohoo! Yes! And with a little bit of more weirdness, we have another temporary thing set up. This guy is going to get us sodium hydroxide. Fantastic. That's just one more piece of the recipe done. And yes, there's a much better way to do this, but it's working for right now so that we can get towards the smog chicken, which will unlock us a much easier way of making this. And I'll be able to figure out, ooh, that's really cool. Look at that. Nifty. Anyway, but yes, glycerol. Glycerol, we need tiny sodium hydroxide. Boom, got it. Now we need seed oil, along with, we could probably go with ethanol, right? Seed oil. Fluid extractor from little tiny seeds. Canola, I believe, will be what we use. Unfortunately, the only way to get the seed out of the canola is to make a slightly more complicated machine than what we're used to. It is the thermal expansion fluid transposer, which it's got the hull. Very well. The transposer is going to give us the seed oil. However, that'll probably still need for us to turn on RF power rather than that, but I might just bring over the Spectre coil and do that temporarily. I swear that seems to be my favorite word this episode. Temporary, temporary, temporary. And with a little bit of hookup, we now have all the seed oil we could possibly need. Thank you, little chicken. Yeah, fluid transposer with a Spectre coil on it. We're definitely going to have to set up a Spectre network now that we have that tree up there. But that's a lot of seed oil, and I bet this one's full too. Nice. This guy's getting water from the fluid transfer node, which is a little bit unnecessary, but I'm working up here, so I don't want cables in my face. No dire wire. Ignore all that. But yeah, we're stuck up in the roof because of it. So let's turn on auto output. And on this side, we now have glycerol. And I did make a little bit of the stuff we want. But if we put in hydrochloric acid, right, we jump down here, we grab our reservoir. I think, hey, let me in the door, right? We grab it from our fantastic system down there, and we can put it in right there. And now that is making more epichlorohydrin, is what I'm going to call it. Who knows what it's actually called? And here we're going to hope that the water doesn't go in there. And I'm just going to sneak it that way. And we're going to have fluid auto output into this guy. Now there's stuff in there. And we're going to put in the bisphenol along with our sodium stuffy stuff. And we should be in business, right? While we're waiting, I could speed it up. I'm going to get rid of the water. Don't need water. Oh, that guy's getting filled by other things. I'm not sure I necessarily like that. Refilling equipment. Don't want that. I think that's it. Yeah, those look like they have the same settings now. And up here, we should, if it had enough energy. What? How are you out of energy? I only have all the machines running that I could hypothetically have possible down here, and everything's going. Oh, but there was a battery, right? Shut up about that, then. Where's that battery gone? Here's the battery. Yoink. Go in there. Figure it out. Okay? Thank you. Speed it up with a time in a bottle, and we now have 2 buckets of epoxy resin. Fantastic. And the water is not going in there because it sees the epi. So I'm super excited about that. I don't know if there's a quest to it, but I'm going to take it out via the reservoir and let us see. Is there a quest for this? Nope, no quest. Nice. We don't need quests, we just need a chicken. I like any episode where we get another chicken. Hee hee hee. Oh, this is great. In fact, I think I'm going to speed it up. I know that there's a battery up here. Let's put it in here and speed her up. Thank you, battery. Yes, yes. In fact, I just got 2 because why not? Task complete. Smog chicken. In a moment here, I'm going to set up the fully automated system where things are a little bit nicer, and that'll probably be a pretty good time. And it's a process. I don't know exactly what I'll be looking at, so I don't want to do it with you guys. If that's something you're interested in, if you like seeing the problem-solving methodology, you know, let me know. Maybe we can figure out a way to show more of that in the future. But really, I'll just be tinkering around. It's good time. Remember, 6 seeds in the breeder is the best. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it looks like a hole in the ocean. It's kind of interesting. I think it'll be a good base to work off of. I definitely want to move the beacons. I'm thinking like into the corners, and I say beacons, aka I really want to make a few more of them so that it's not obstructing our view in the middle. That's very nice. And over here, we have our setup. At the moment, I'm going with 2 smog chickens because it seems to keep up with this distillery, but it's not keeping up with these ones. 1 chicken was just so slow. So these guys are making sludge. This guy makes charcoal byproducts. One of these makes tar, and the other one makes, what was the other one? One is tar, and one is wood vinegar, right? And those go into phenol and acetone, right? Okay, phenol and acetone, hydrochloric acid, we have to bring that in, but considering how slow the other 2 are, not a big deal. That's going over here. Apparently it's all squished up with water. I'm going to replace that with some filtering. In here, we put in the we put in the bisphenol that this is producing, along with a bit of sodium hydroxide. The sodium hydroxide is coming from this location. We just need to feed it sodium. Not a big deal right now. We'll probably get a evaporation tower soon. And on this slot, we have epoxy resin being made because from up here, you know, we have that good old system with the canola chicken making seed oil, which then makes glycerol, which then makes this fantastic stuff, right? Another sort of spot where I hand feed it just a little bit. I think it's this one, right? We need to be having tiny piles like so, and I think it goes in this fella. Is it? Or is where does this guy go? Glycerol. It's in here. This is the spot where it gets made. Fantastic. What's the growth? What does that get combined in to make that? Is this another spot for the hydrochloric acid? It is. So we just bring in the hydrochloric acid right here and there, and then here it's much more automatic to make our epoxy resin. Fantastic. And with a quick fix, we have all the things automatic. Fantastic. It's taking off, well, semi-automatic. You know, we bring in a little bit of sodium, a little bit of hydrochloric acid. We move around tiny piles of dust up to here, and Bob's your uncle. But the tricky parts, which is getting everything flowing properly, is taken care of. The byproducts, the ickies, mostly like water and whatnot, I think, are just flowing into here. Where is that filter? Oh, it's right here. Filter, there we go. Right, we're getting water off of that guy, and this guy is getting water and salt water. We could use that salt water, no big deal. We make so little of it that it's not a concern. And already we're starting to see some epoxy resin. And let's connect back in with why we need it, right? We already made the smog chicken, so that's one use that we don't have. We could make these fiber reinforced resin sheets. Is that what we're doing? Or are we solidifying it? Yeah, we're definitely making these sheets. So we can either use glass fiber, which that doesn't look like something we can make anytime soon. Boron? Yeah, that's not a thing that we're going to try. But we can use these raw carbon fibers. These things we've been making quite a few of, right? We put in a whole bunch of carbon in here and out spat these carbon fibers. Now we should be able to take these with a chemical bath with epoxy resin and start getting these guys. And these are the exact same thing that we used to make the plastic boards with, right? We use polyethylene. Now we're going to use these fiber reinforced, and we're going to start getting our green fiber reinforced circuit boards. The only issue is, ooh, it's kind of dark. Well, that's not an issue. That's ominous. I like it. How do we get another machine in here, right? This is pretty compact. Everything's together. Oh, back here. Look here. This guy even has access to the fluid and that. There we go. Yeah, I'm just going to toss in a little bit of that. I'm only going to toss in a few. We can get the rest later, but I don't want it to get stuffed, and I haven't put a filter on it yet. It's okay. It's going to be all right. So let's see if we can speed that up just a little bit and take what we have over to make some green boards. How do we still have 3? Oh, it takes very little. It takes 144. Oh, that's so nice. That should be okay, right? That'll be fine. Let's take these 3 and see if we can make some green boards, right? Over to this guy. Along with, what do you go with in a chemical bath? It was some copper foils. I really should make that a little bit more automatic, but it's no big deal. Is it in this fella? It is. Beautiful. Over to here, and copper foils. Beautiful. Maybe a little battery action. What do we got for batteries out here? Yeah, we can take this one. I don't speed tick that one very much. And speed, and here we go. Our first fiber reinforced board. Nice. I'm just gonna call them green boards, because I think they're pretty much the only, green one. Nice. So in the past we've had coated ones, the very first ones. Then we used what was it? Phoenix? I think it was this one, a good board. Epoxy, and now we're going to fiber reinforced. And then I think, looks like there's only 3 left. So this might be the board for a little while. That, at least, is what I'm hoping. Quest complete, that's what I like to hear. Oh yeah, we didn't accept this stuff. That's a lot of charcoal byproduct. That might be really nice. I wish I'd seen that earlier. Oh well. More boards, please. Boards, please. And what are we going to be able to do with you, right? I think the main focus, an epoxy circuit board. Did I accidentally just make the wrong board? I think that might have just happened. Ay. Well, it's okay. All we have to do is switch out the chemical bath with a fluid solidifier, and now we're getting the sheets we need, the proper ones, to go up here. And I was looking around in the quest line, and it's not a big deal. We're not going to be very far away, I hope, from using these green boards. And then some good news is we don't even need to do all that much with the green boards. All we have to do is add a little bit of electrum, a little bit of sulfuric acid, put it in an HV1, and out pops the next circuit board. So effectively, by accidentally doing that, we totally have everything we need to make some awesome boards, right? We're just gonna yoink that up to full speed and get out these epoxy circuit boards, which is what we needed. Fantastic. Give me those 16. I want them. Now back to the nanoprocessor. We still need to get an HV chemical reactor, which I just made. I like a so. Quest reward, Breaking Bad. Oh, we are so close, I can barely taste it. Alright, everyone's just gonna have to ignore this. It fits so beautifully in here, I couldn't believe it. We're gonna take, first, I've already prepped it, right? But I wanna do it with you. So we're gonna put in our glowstone right here. Yoink, perfect. Okay, speed that up a few little ticks. Boom, 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 boom. And now we have glowstone here, carbon fibers, CPU wafer. There we go. And because of speeding up tricks, we're gonna speed you up too. Perfect. Oh, not perfect. Aww. Of course, it just needed a large cadmium battery. And here are our nano CPU wafers. Fantastic. Cut them up with a saw, which I hope will have some better lubricant soon. Cut it up, yoink, 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 speed her up. Here, oh, do you only get 7? Oh, that's a shame. I feel like I'm getting gypped. Not good at all. And here is the moment. I'm so excited. This was a long time in the making to get these fancy little nanoprocessors. Oh, all right. Nano CPUs, work your magic, please. We'll even speed you up a little. And here they are. Nanoprocessors. Aren't they beautiful? They have little blue dots on them and everything. They're just so wonderful. Oh, that's so fantastic. It's hard for me to explain how nice that is to finally have those. I wonder how hard these are to make. Oh, that's not so difficult. Oh, we could probably go into the next age. Just tiptoe in a little bit. What piece of metal do we need for EV hull, right? What is it? Titanium? Did we make that? I don't remember if we made that. In any case, we're gonna have to figure that out in the next episode. I hope that you have had a wonderful, wonderful time. I hope that you're staying safe, you're staying good. Maybe a little bit bad, just a little bit. And yeah, take it easy. Bye.